Hi guys, I would like to welcome Priya Tandon. Warm welcome to you, Priya, for being with us as our keynote speaker, and really namaskar and warm welcome to you for this small conversation that we are doing. Thank you so much for
Such a
being here.
great pleasure. Such a great pleasure. I still remember the last year and such a wonderful association. Very encouraged to do an association even in this year. You guys really have something in ATA GTR. The community itself is so powerful and such great insights that we are very encouraged to actually do a shake hand with you in this year also and actually be partnered with you in your journey of really creating the awareness in this new age thing. So I'm
Yes.
very excited to be with you.
Guys, if you would not have understood so far, I think she is the most humble person we have ever met, and I would say she is an inspirational leader. Just to give you a little background, I find her leader par excellence. Okay, she has been an inspiration for all of us, committed for the community work, and you will see later on why I'm saying this. She is definitely our community Jedi. Okay, somebody who is basically one of those force who can perform something which is beyond our expectations, and that is what Priya is all about. She is heading operational excellence and global delivery centers at Tietoevry Care, and spearheading the adoption of cutting edge technologies, including generative AI tools, driving productivity gains across the organization. For us and for ATA she is definitely a Jedi. For the community, she is a Jedi. And I'm sure that the conversation that I'm going to have would be so inspirational for me and others who are going to hear this out, that I think the plus point would be our keynote session. This is something which is going to uh, inspire all of us much more than probably what we can think about. So every time I have conversation with Priya, it is learning in itself. So welcome once again, Priya, for being. First of all, there are two thank you notes that I want to do. One, obviously, for getting Tieto for and sponsoring and being our exclusive partner once again, and secondly for agreeing being a keynote speaker, and this time it would be in person. So what an amazing session we are all looking forward to. And we're just so what do you call waiting to see this happen in person this time, Priya. So glad that you're able to come down to Pune and be a part of this conference in person. So once again, thank you so much from all of us.
Thank you so much, Aditya. And you've said a lot of things. And frankly speaking, it just feels a bit faced a little bit embarrassed.
Absolutely not.
But one of the thing is, I agree with you that I really believe in community learning. I really think in IT professional, this kind of a world, the community learning has its extreme importance. And your community is across, not only in India, but across India. I remember I was just a participant in the sense of not even participating as a panelist with your program. ATA I attended around 4 years back and was so inspired by the testing and the way one should think about testing uh, philosophy. And that was from Europe area that there was this session that has happened. I was really excited. And after that, I happened to be in the panel discussion. Then last time it was virtual, and this time now it is in person.
Yes.
All these things are happening only because I really believe that you have something really special going on. So I would say that I am just, and Tietoevry is also very fortunate to get associated with ATGTR. And I'm really looking forward for this upcoming
For
conference.
all so many thank you for all the kind words, Priya. It's all about people like you who actually make this conference and this community really strong, and the way that we are performing. All credit goes to you guys, okay? Especially you, Priya, for supporting us through and through. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah.
So, guys, if it's okay, I would like to discuss this she's going to definitely give that the main keynote session in the conference on 8. So don't miss that. And why I'm saying it is that don't miss it, because the topic itself is wonderful. I read that and it just blew my mind. Okay, so I'm just going to say it aloud. Okay, it says the Jedi Code: AI's force for ultimate productivity. Okay, I know I have been a Star Wars fan from very long. Okay, long back since the first time I saw the movie, And then there are series of movies that I've seen. Every time I see, I get inspired because it's connected somehow, I feel, to our Indian mythology and some of these things that we have read in Gita. I see there is a strong connection in the way that Star Wars does connect with our roots. And what Priya is doing is she's bringing that code, that force out in the topic itself. So, Priya, you want to highlight something, and then I can ask you more questions on that if you allow me.
Yeah, sure. So since we're talking about a keynote topic, and as you said, the Jedi Code, AI's force for ultimate productivity. So, uh, any of our viewers right now do not know what is Jedi Code, you should really Google it. So, I'm really coming from the era of where sci-fi movies means everything for us. And frankly, I'll just give a little bit of background also of me and also my Tietoevry journey before I go into the topic.
Yeah.
So I am a very young IT professional with 30 years experience. I was lucky. Every decade, I have had an opportunity to lead the transformation. That transformation can be user experience is so important in product design transformation. Then it was a CRM ERP wave that has come in. Then it was the agile transformation that has happened. And now there is a AI implementation and AI transformation world that is happening. And I'm really lucky that I actually witnessed everything. Instead of being a fearful situation, I really thought it's not a risk, it's an opportunity for all of us. It's an opportunity to shade the old skin and take the new one. So I really feel that that is where we all are heading. And it has always happened, by the way, in decades after decades, if you see, and what has happened in the past 30, 40 years. I always had an opportunity to work with bright and very passionate people around me. And I was especially in the product sector area. So I was really surrounded by the driven people that has made my journey really interesting. At Tietoevry, I've been like 7 years now. And I have seen not only a personal growth, but also the growth into the sector of products that I have been working. I'm associated with healthcare business as such for more than 15 years now. And from that, Tietoevry is just one company. But at Tietoevry, my current role combines strategic insight with hands-on execution. I lead care operations and ensure efficiency and optimization across sectors that can drive insightful and impactful results. So this journey of ours, which is Tietoevry's journey, also focuses on harnessing AI, automation, and also the cloud to drive the transformation. So not just for us, but also for our clients. We are always looking at what is the next edge that they can get, that where they can save their cost and efforts, and really their time is going for treating the patient than dealing with the software. Okay, we are committed. We are committed to boosting the productivity and building the products with a real impact. And over the years, Tietoevry has evolved itself in the market and becoming a strong player in digital transformation. So for us, it is about using the technology to create a value and innovate very quickly and make it easier, make it smarter for everyone involved. So that's the whole purpose. And I loved the topic that you brought up in this conference. I said, nothing like it. This is exactly the topic we should be talking. We should not be talking about the topic of, oh, are we going to lose the job? Is robots going to replace us? That's not the topic. The real topic is how we can actually transform ourselves and our jobs and go in that transformation journey where it is actually an opportunity more than a risk. Yeah. So that brings up to my keynote topic, and as you said, the Jedi Code, AI's force for ultimate productivity. And I tell you to my viewers and our viewers over here that I use this punchlines only because I am a extremely sci-fi movie fan. Okay, I have Iron Man's and in fact, all my managers probably has the T-shirt of Avengers, and yeah, I'm a little bit kiddish or funny, and I really feel that if you're not enjoying your job that you do, then what are you doing? If you're not happy about that, you happen to be in this world where you have the power of changing the things, then what are you doing? Being over here. So that's why also I said the Jedi Code. Um, the Jedi Code is basically guiding philosophy within the Star Wars universe, actually. It cultivates a disciplined but yet morally centered mindset. Okay. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to bring up with AI. AI is a responsibility. AI is not just acts that you put it everywhere. It's not a silver bullet, but it needs to be handled with care and with some mindset. I will talk more in my keynote also, but this talks is all about an idea that AI can be our ally, much like Force for Jedi. Okay, so what was Force for Jedi? And I know there will be a lot of references of this, and people must be wondering, now what the hell the Force is? Please go, and you will wonderfully enjoy the world of Star Wars. But I'm not here doing, they are not being paid. This is not a paid review. Okay.
Yes, but we're all fans, okay? We are all fans.
Just all fans, yeah.
Yes.
So, AI isn't just about automating the task. It is not about enabling us to work. It is actually enabling us to more effectively, but also handle the challenges and achieving really, really much more than what you could imagine. Yes. So, in this talk, I will show AI can be integrated thoughtfully in the engineering workflows, helping us focus on high impact work while automation handles the repetitive task. So it needs to create a balance. And if the balance goes off, then you have the fears like, oh, then what will happen to security? Oh, you're going into this open source world without even thinking. I think if we have to think about the risk, I can think about the risk when I'm crossing the road, I'll get hit by the bus. That also is a risk. And another thing is, when I am on this journey, it will be wonderful because there will be so many things that I will come across that I never came across earlier. So it is not a repetitive job anymore. Yeah. So the goal is to demonstrate that the right balance, AI becomes a powerful tool for achieving the productivity and what it is then. So let's have a little bit of discussion around that is what I thought. I hope it is meaningful for you.
Very nice. Guys, if you have heard it, I am sure that you will not miss this session. And by the way, what Priya was talking about is something I just want to repeat again. This is, by the way, 9th edition of Global Testing Retreat. And this year's theme is efficiency. Navigate the next, by the way. Efficiency and productivity in new age technologies. And the keynote session that she is bringing in, I am sure that this would be mind-boggling. Definitely, you should not miss it. And let me repeat it once again, because the significance of the topic is such that if you keep on repeating it, you will understand what comes out, okay? And what she touched upon just before this sentence and just before what she said is just amazing. So I'm just going to repeat it once again. The Jedi Code, AI's force for ultimate productivity. Look at how she is going to connect the entire productivity and efficiency with AI and the navigate the next. So the theme and the keynote, I haven't seen such tight gelling before. And this is going to be amazing, guys. So one question, Priya, is it okay if I can ask you one?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, by the way, since we are all Star Wars fan, and one of the Jedi Code mantra is there is no death, there is the Force. When we die, we become part of the Force. So we never really die. Okay?
Yeah.
So do you want to basically comment on that with reference to the topic by any chance, if that is being covered in this one?
Yeah, and actually, I don't want to comment even more because that is one of the crux that I have in my
okay, so we will not discuss.
I was thinking about it, but I will talk about it. Just one or two lines about it.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. Many people think that my career is over with this. Yeah. By the way, when automation first time came in, all the testers could think is my career is over. Now, yes. The manual testing career is over, the testing career is over, and now automation, we will not require so many people. And believe me or not, today automation engineers are highest paid job profile that you
Yes.
have. And
Yeah.
we don't get good profiles, right?
Yes.
Because when people say that, oh, developers cannot do testing, I don't believe in that, first of
Yeah.
all.
Correct.
And coders cannot do testing, but developers can do testing. So, but at the end of the day, there is a testing mindset that you require.
Yes.
And
Yes.
automation is it's a very skilled job, and that's why it is getting paid heavily. It is not
Yeah.
because of the a very unique language that somebody is dealing with, right? It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
combination of expertise, experience, and skill set. That
Yeah.
is why you get paid, right? So now, if you will look at this AI transformation word, and people will say, oh, now the code generation will happen with AI, and everything else will happen with AI, then we will die. And it
Yeah.
is not death, it is
Yes.
actually the force that guides you to go to a place that you never thought
Yes.
exists.
Yes.
Because you are in here and now so much that we are not able to think beyond that. Now we will be forced to think beyond that, and our jobs will transform forever. Oh, what a fantastic! Uh, I really think that this is the kind of things must happen. Otherwise, the job gets so old and so repetitive that
Yes.
it just it just insanely boring.
Yes.
Frankly speaking. So I think it's a more about it. Probably I will talk in the keynote, but yes, I do, and I'm loving it, Aditya, that you are bringing that topic up of that is the crux of the story. Yes, you're
Yes. Yes.
absolutely right. Why the Jedi?
Yes, yes. And I mean, see, I can go on. So last time, guys, if you remember, I had a kind of, see, it was a chat session and the keynote session that we did it virtually, and it
Yeah.
was loved by everybody. Okay. And I think the conversation, I can keep these conversations going, I think, forever, because the way that Priya is actually bringing things out and the way that we all learn from her with the practical examples and the experience. She said she's 30 years young. Look at the way that youthfulness is brought into the topic as well. All of us, basically, when we see the movie, I would recommend that everybody, if you look at and at least see one Star Wars movie, or at least read about Jedi, read about Force before you attend this session,
Yeah.
you will be inspired. This is basically, if somebody says what is the prerequisite of the workshop, people can say, okay, you should know C++ or you should know an IDE. Here for this session, the prerequisite is that you should really learn little bit about Jedi and the Force. Okay. So warning to all of us, if you want to have both fun and if you want to really learn in this session, make sure that you read a little bit about Jedi and the Force. Okay. And I'm guaranteeing you that this would be that mind-boggling session that we should not miss. Right. Having said that, Priya, I don't know how much time we have. Can I ask maybe one more question?
Yeah, I always like to talk to you. So it depends on your video. So please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Priya, for allowing me. So obviously, we know that you have been one of those technology leaders. You have been leading such a large what do you call people of body and the department which is in healthcare, right? So one question that I want to ask you as a leader, what inspires you the most? Uh, how do you keep going? What is the secret success of your mantra?
Okay. Um, I will say, I may not sound really flashy, but what really motivates me is keeping it real and meaningful change. So, as long as it is real and meaningful, I really like it. And I'll put it in another way. As I was telling you, that there are many people I was surrounded with who were very passionate. One of my very early mentor, Bob Snyder, around 20 years back, when I was a programmer myself, and he was basically saying, I will give you one mantra, be lazy programmer. And what is the meaning of being a lazy programmer? It means that you need to create a program that is extremely easy, extremely fast, extremely simple. And writing a simple code is the most difficult task. So you can always write a complex solutions, but writing a simple solution is the most difficult task. So he used to always say, be lazy programmer means write your code in 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6 lines. Don't write it. The moment you go one page, just delete it off and write one more time. Right. So what I really like it is how a new idea or a solution can reduce the complexity.
Yeah.
What allows us to focus on a bigger picture. That is incredibly motivating for me, frankly speaking. I also love learning and staying ahead of the trends. I am that kind of a person. And that's why I said young.
Yeah.
Because you have to stay young, you have to stay foolish, and that's the way you will learn things. And I'm not saying for the sake of it. Many people who worked with me will tell you that I have a lot of insist on learning, reading. I love learning. Learning from people, learning from surrounding, learning from your children, learning from your colleagues. So love learning and staying ahead of the trends is really important, whether by reading, listening, discussing with others, whatever the method is, but you have to learn. You have to be relevant into this one. And it's not a rat race, by the way. It's a path of a wisdom. And the wisdom is the one that stays with you. It's a title and everything and money and everything that follows. But what remains with you is in your mind that you have an insight about it. You can understand somebody else's point of view is good enough.
Yeah.
So that motivates me. So what keeps me engaged, excited is the demands of this work and leadership. I'm a workaholic, so I will tell you, many people say like you should have a work-life balance, and feel like that balance is up to me.
Yes.
How much should be work and how much should be
Correct.
I love to do what I do.
Correct.
Then why should I be not doing what I love to do?
Yes.
So that's what I say. So I really feel that motivates me. Keeping it alive, kicking, makes me motivated. And all this Jedi thing that I talk about, always bring all these things inside, because work should be really fun. It should not be boring stuff. It should be always fun. So so that keeps me motivated. I know I don't have any great philosophy.
You have summed it up, by the way. I was just noting few things, and I am going to summarize few things, guys. Few things that I probably picked up while Priya was saying. One, keep having fun. Okay, so one thing which is very important and which you can see in the session, and she also mentioned that many of the people on her floor and in her team basically are wearing Iron Man t-shirts. Basically, look at the fun element that she brings in as a leader, right? And then she also mentioned learning, continuous learning. So not only learning in the technology, staying ahead of the trend, which she mentioned, learning from people, learning from children, learning from the team members. Okay, what more can you expect? Okay, look at these things. Okay, so she has covered many things. And the one that I really like the most is love what you do. Okay, because if I am loving what I'm doing, like I love doing these conferences and I love talking to people like Priya, and that gives me the energy. Okay, and I'm sure that what Priya said actually is really resonating, because when you start doing what you really love, I think time is immaterial. Okay?
Yeah.
The power is with you. The force is with you. So I can see the force in you, Priya, and I'm really glad to have one more conversation today. It's always inspiring to talk to you and amazing. I'm looking forward for your session, and in the interest of time, I would just like to thank you once again, and just waiting for you to come to India and then probably be part of your session. So thank you once again for this wonderful time I had with you today in chatting. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to meet all of you. Thank you. Bye.